If you're on Social Security or disability benefits, listen up. I have breaking news. I have the December Social Security payment schedule. Now that the government shutdown is over, are we going to return to business as usual at the Social Security Administration? Payments up to $5,108 are about to go out. Who is going to receive the maximum benefit and when? Plus, the Trump administration is getting ready to make a significant change to Social Security rules that is going to make it harder for a large percentage of seniors to apply and get Social Security benefits that they have earned. I'm going to explain why the government is making this rule change, who it's going to affect, and what you can prepare and how you can prepare for this if you are one of those people that fall in this category. This is serious business. I want to make sure that you understand what they're about to do to benefits. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance topics that affect seniors and their retirement. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor, go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state because I like to know where you guys are watching my broadcast from. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, welcome back. I am glad you are here. Thank you for your continuous support. We have a lot to cover today. I'm going to jump right in with the Social Security payment schedule. Here's the deal. During the government shutdown, there was a lot of noise about the Social Security Administration being short staffed and a lot of processes and payments that are being delayed as a result of that, especially people that were making changes to their payment and making changes to their deposit information, making changes that were going to impact their check. And so all those disruptions now should return to normal. So now that the government shutdown is over, we are getting to business as usual. What is going to be the Social Security payment schedule for December 2026? Well, as I mentioned, payments up to $5,108 are headed out soon. That is the maximum benefit as of July 2025. And who gets the maximum benefit? Well, if you are retiring this year at age 70 and you pay the maximum into Social Security, that is how much you can get. But if you are retiring in 2025 at your full retirement age and you pay the maximum into Social Security, your maximum benefit is $4,018. However, if you are retiring at age 62, which is the earliest you can claim Social Security retirement benefits, and you pay the maximum amount into the system, then you are going to get $2,710. However, not everybody is going to get the numbers that I just talked about. The average benefit for Social Security is about $1,925. One quick update I want to give you: Social Security full retirement age is going to be at age 67, up from age 66 and 10 months starting in January 2026. That is a permanent change to the Social Security full retirement age that has been going on for a couple of years now and is finally set at age 67 for anybody born in 1960 or after. So let's talk about your payment schedule for Social Security retirement benefits and Social Security disability insurance SSDI. You are paid on a specific birthday. So if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you are going to get your Social Security benefit on the second Wednesday. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th of the month, your benefits comes in on the third Wednesday. And if you're born between the 21st and the end of the month, your Social Security and SSDI benefits are paid on the fourth Wednesday of the month. Now, if you are on SSI, which is Supplemental Security Income, you are paid on a different schedule. You are paid on the first of the month, unless the first is a weekend or a holiday. However, or additionally, there are a whole bunch of Social Security beneficiaries that are paid on a different schedule. They are paid on the third of the month, and those include people who live outside of the United States and are receiving benefits, those who are getting both Social Security and Supplemental Security Income. If your state pays for your Medicare premiums, and if you file for Social Security before 1997, you are paid on the third of the month unless the third is a weekend or a holiday. So, what does this all look like in terms of actual dates? Well, if you were born between the 1st and the 10th, you are going to get your Social Security benefits in December on Wednesday, December the 10th, which is the second Wednesday. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, your payment is coming on December 17th, which is the third Wednesday. And if you were born between the 21st and the end of the month, your benefit is going to come in on December the 24th, the day before Christmas. Now, if you're on SSI, since December the 1st is a Monday, you are going to get your payment on schedule. And since December the 3rd is a Wednesday, those who live outside the United States, those who are receiving both SSI and Social Security, those who have their states pay their Medicare premium, and if you file for Social Security before 1997, you are going to get your benefits on the third on schedule. Now, there are some people on disability that also get their benefits on the third. So now I want to make sure that I acknowledge those people also. Now, every month, I do get people email me or comment on my videos that they did not receive their Social Security benefits. I'm going to tell you what to do about that. But in the meantime, if you want to stay updated on news and updates, anything in and out of Congress that could affect your retirement, your benefits, and your finances, then join thousands of seniors that are receiving 1 to 2 text messages from me each week, informing them of critical updates that they have to be aware of. Text the word insider to 443-293-0080. The service is free. You're not going to be charged anything from my end to get text messages from me. And here's what you're going to gain. You're going to gain critical updates, things that you need to stay on top of that affect your benefits, your retirement, and your finances. So text insider to the number you see on your screen. Now, wrapping up the Social Security payment schedule, I did say that if you don't receive your benefits on time, the first step you need to take is wait 3 business days. That is a recommendation from the Social Security Administration to make sure that there is no problem with your payments from your bank. Sometimes there's a delay with your bank. And so, after 3 business days, if your Social Security or disability benefits do not hit your bank account, then you need to call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213. Additionally, it may be that your delay is due to an overpayment issue or a cancellation of your benefits because you may have violated a Social Security rule that caused your benefits to be canceled. Regardless of what the reason is, call Social Security and schedule an appointment to go in person, or you can speak with somebody over the phone to figure out what is happening with your benefits. So let's move on to the next topic I wanted to talk to you about, which is the Trump administration making this gigantic rule change that is going to prevent a lot of seniors from being able to get the Social Security benefits they deserve. So, what is this rule about? Let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen and share the article with you, and then we're going to read it together. So, it says Trump is weighing crucial change to Social Security benefits for one group of older Americans, and it will only make life harder. Are you one of them? Well, let's find out. So it says that, Americans' Social Security system is nearly synonymous with retirement. But this government program isn't just for retiree. This safety net, social safety net, also stretches to support another group of people, those struggling with mental and physical disabilities. And while the bar for receiving benefits from the Social Security Disability Insurance Program is relatively high, the Trump administration is considering raising the bar even higher. So, before I go deeper into this article, let me make some comments. So Social Security benefits, when you think of Social Security and you find the official name of Social Security, right? Let me find that and share that with you. You know, because it's important to this conversation that I'm about to share with you. So the official name of Social Security, right? Are you ready? The official name for Social Security program when it was passed is called Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance, OASDI. When you see the Social Security Administration reference Social Security, that is the full name. It means that when the system was set up, not only does it help retirees, but it also serves survivors of retirees, and it's a disability insurance. So when you pay your Social Security money out of your paycheck, or when you've been paying it for 30, 40, 50 years out of your paycheck, not only are you contributing to retirement benefits, but you're also contributing so that should something happen to you, your survivors can get benefits, your spouse, your children who are eligible can get benefits. Plus, even before you make it to your Social Security retirement age, should something happen to you and you can no longer work and you meet eligibility, you should be able to get disability insurance. Now, when it comes to disability insurance, as the article is saying, the bar is set very high. Not everybody that applies gets it. But for seniors, once you hit age 50, your chances of getting disability if you have a qualifying health condition is pretty high. And that's what we need to talk about because that's about to change and not in a good way. So, going back to that article, it says that um, if passed, these tighter rules could terminate the eligibility of more than 1.5 million people over the next decade, according to an estimate from ProPublica. Here's why these changes are worth your attention, even if you or your loved ones do not currently suffer from a disability. So that's what we need to talk about. The SSDI program was designed to deliver monthly benefits to individuals who have a disability that limits their ability to work. However, the review process to determine eligibility for the program is relatively strict. Adjudicators consider multiple factors, including age, education, and residual functional capacity to determine whether an applicant qualifies. So when they are determining who qualifies for disability, they are looking at your age, they are looking at your education, and also what kind of work can you do at your age, given the disability that you have. Is there any work that is comparable to the work that you used to do that you can still do? All those things are factored to figure out whether you should get disability benefits because you cannot work or you cannot do the work that you used to do in a meaningful way. So that is what the current rules are, and age does help a lot. So let's talk about it. Simply put, it's not always easy to get support from the government if you have a disability, and the Trump administration plan could make it even more difficult in the near future. According to the Washington Post, Trump and his team are reportedly looking to raise or even eliminate age as a factor in the process of reviewing disability application. Guys, this is a game changer. Under the current system, older Americans or older applicants, specifically those over age 50, have a better chance of qualifying for SSDI since age is considered a limitation as of one's ability to work. Age discrimination is real, and age is also a limitation because once you get to a certain age, being able to train for a completely different job than you currently have or train for completely different skills is harder. And so it used to be that to get disability benefits, if you are over age 50, it's much easier to get it because they factor in age to consider whether you can work or can find a different skill set to be able to contribute to work. These potential changes could reduce eligibility for new applicants by 20% overall and up to 30% for older Americans, according to an Urban Institute estimate. So, this will result in approximately $82 billion in benefits being denied over the next 10 years. If implemented, these changes could impact many families across the country. And if you or your loved ones does not currently suffer from a disability, the proposed changes could impact you in the future. So, why is this a bad idea? It is a bad idea because you paid into the system, and part of what you paid into Social Security was disability insurance. And disability insurance is a benefit. And so if the government is now trying to make it harder for you to get it, the benefit that you paid into and have earned, then it's going to make it harder for you or somebody you care about. It may not affect you right now, but it may affect somebody in your family, somebody that you know, a relative who needs disability benefits badly because they can no longer work for mental or physical disabilities. And all of a sudden, this rule is going to make it harder for them. So I'm going to keep an eye on this because I don't agree with this rule change. And this is going to be bad for a lot of people. And you don't understand how disability benefit is so important until you're faced with a disability that you now need help to be able to, you need income. And this is not, charity. This is money that you've paid into the system. And so denying you money you've paid into the system using age, when at a certain age it becomes even harder to train for a new job, become harder to acquire new skills, become harder to get jobs in certain categories. It's relatively unfair and, in my opinion, mean spirited because it is just going to make people's life difficult. And disability benefits is not that much. The average disability benefit is $1,500 SSDI. So it's not a lot of money to begin with. Now you're going to deny people even that little percentage of hope that they've had that they could live a decent, dignified life because something happened to them that prevents them from being able to work. And I know that for a lot of people, they will rather work because they can make more than $1,500 a month. But because of the disability, they cannot work. So I think this is a bad idea. I'm going to monitor it and bring you updates as it moves through the approval process. Finally, guys, I want to talk to you about Medicare as I've been doing over the last couple of months. During this open enrollment season, I have been telling you that my goal is to help 100,000 seniors get peace of mind about Medicare. And I am doing it because I think that this statistics is what makes me push further. 90% of seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. Why? Because there's 24,000 Medicare plans out there. And so when it comes to open enrollment, a lot of seniors just renew the plan they have because they don't know any better, or they're just intimidated or frustrated with the choices and how hard and the many, many, many factors they have to consider in order to make an informed decision. Well, I have been telling you over the last couple of weeks that there is help. Our partner, Chapter Medicare, is here to help you. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to people who have called Chapter based on my recommendation and what they are saying about their experience. So let's start. I'm going to start from the very back and work my way to the front. So here is somebody that says, thank you for commenting this information. I reached out to the number and they found me such a better plan for 2026. I just wanted to say thank you for helping those of us who are here trying to figure things out. Have a blessed night. So this was a comment in one of my videos that I talked about Chapter, and that was the person's experience. Let me blow this up a little bit so they can see it even more clearly. Yeah, there we go. All right, here's another one. I took your advice and I called Chapter. I signed up with Cigna. I previously had Humana. This was a better plan for me with Cigna. I signed up 10 days ago. Thank you for helping me, guys. And I went in there and commented, this is great to hear. I am so glad the information was helpful to you. You can be one of those people also. Here's another one. Thank you for very much for sharing the Chapter information. I called over the weekend and was able to register for a different Medicare Advantage plan that had all my doctors and covered my medication. Excuse me. So, guys, when I mean peace of mind, this is what I'm talking about. The fact that you did not just automatically renew your Medicare during this open enrollment, that you had somebody give you an unbiased, free opinion about whether you are in the best plan for you. And if you are, they will tell you. And if you're not, they will help you switch to a better plan. And this person did exactly that. He said, I just reviewed my Medicare through Chapter, and they told me that I was in the best plan for me already. See what I'm talking about? Like, when it comes to peace of mind, part of having peace of mind about Medicare is also knowing that you are in the best plan for you. And how do you know that? Is by having somebody who has access to all the plans, review your current plan, and let you know, are you in the best plan for you, or could you be in a better plan? That is what Chapter can do for you. And that is why I am pushing this, because a lot of Medicare advisories companies out there do not take seniors' interests at heart. And we are about putting seniors first. And so if I'm recommending a resource to you, you better believe that I have vetted that resource and I know that they're going to be helpful to you. And so let's read two more testimonials about this. Here is somebody else. I called Chapter, and the young man was so helpful and gave me the best advice. I am thankful there are unbiased people to help seniors. And I responded, so great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing. We love to hear these reviews. Chapa is the best and has helped so many in our community. One more, and I will give you Chapter's information. Here's another one. I said, thank you for your help. I called Chapter Wednesday. Yesterday, I was called back with great information, and Tim Chambers helped me perfectly. And I responded, so great to hear. Thank you for sharing. So, guys, that is you don't have to take my word for it. These are people who have called Chapter and have gotten the help that I'm talking about, and have been able to save money. They can save you $1,100 on average. Call 539-205-2147 today. Don't delay, because we have a few more days to go when it comes to open enrollment, and you want to do yourself a favor by having Chapter review your plan, so that come January, you are confident that the plan you have is the best plan for you and meets your needs. So, guys, I'm going to put their information in the comments and in the description to this video. And if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, plus the notification button, so that whenever I release videos, you'll be the first to hear about it. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you all.